Well, so I am kind of being shot by this guy right now. Get out of my... Oh, get out of here. Have you ever tried quitting YouTube? If yes, why? And this is definitely quite a heavy question. A question I will touch a lot in and in a lot more detail in my 1 mil special coming out soon, guys. You better watch it. But yeah, to keep it simple, I've never quit. I've never tried quitting YouTube. But I absolutely have many times, like, you know, it's definitely many times popped into my head. And by the way, this isn't something that you guys should be worried, like, oh my god, you know, Wenzo, only the best creator in the entire universe ever to exist, you know, he could be quitting. No. Don't worry about me quitting. But everyone I know has had thoughts of quitting before. And like, you know, what would it be like if you were to quit? Because YouTube is stressful at times. And, something I'm going to be more open about soon, I think, is a lot of anxiety around YouTube. In fact, the reason I'm saying this now is because recently my friend Chief, he made a video where he opened up a bit about his anxiety and how YouTube's affected that. And I thought that was super cool. I wanted to open up on it a bit too, because it's also an issue that I struggle with. You know, I don't know how similar mine and Chief's issues are necessarily. It sounds like some of them may be in the same sort of ballpark. But either way, a lot of the times where I think about not doing it are often down to when I'm getting anxiety. And it's really strange because, like, sometimes, I don't know, it's like, man, this is going to be, I'm going to be honest, this is going to be a hard episode for me to talk over because it's like, this one's a bit more personal and, you know, it's kind of, I'm not a great speaker. It's going to take me a while to get there. I think there's been times where I've definitely thought about it because there's so many times where I'm stressed and, you know, Chief's opened up about his experience with getting panic attacks from YouTube. I've had many of these, you know, I've had the exact same thing basically in terms of I also get panic attacks surrounding YouTube. And it's something that I get more often than I'd like to admit. It's something I try to keep pretty off the main channel because, you know, main channel, everyone's there for entertainment and I'm there to entertain you guys. That's the main thing I want to be talking about when we're on the main channel. But like here, you know, I'll be willing to open up. You know, I have a lot of issues with doing YouTube. I think, you know, the most constant one is just I always have a constant fear of the worst case scenario. Catastrophizing, I believe it's called. And like for me, it's like, it's sad to say this out loud, but you know, I don't think there's really any day, being genuinely truthful, that goes by where I'm not worrying that YouTube's gonna fail and that I'm gonna have to, you know, my whole audience is gonna leave me one day. I think a lot about that. I think a lot about, you know, am I even making good videos? Am I disappointing people with these videos? And these are unfortunately thoughts that, you know, to be completely transparent, I'm having on a daily basis. And it is also something that, you know, it's something that I want and will be trying to seek out help for, because it definitely gets in the way a lot. I know there's a lot of times in my videos where things will take a lot longer than they have to because I'm overthinking things a lot. And there's a lot of times where I'll be working on a video, editing, recording, and I'll just get this weird wave of, you know, this is awful, you know, what you're making is a complete failure and no one's gonna like it. And there's a lot of times where I'll just have to sit in my room and, you know, just kind of like keep myself to myself for maybe like an hour or two very often. My default go-to move when experiencing these is kind of closing up into a ball and not talking to anyone at all. I will just not talk to anyone, close up in a ball. I'll be very like almost not present when these sorts of things happen, and it's like a weird experience, and it's annoying as well because it makes, you know, I often think about it's got to be weird for those around me that have to experience that, because when I am experiencing anxiety, which a lot of it does come from YouTube, you can tell I'm acting weird. You know, you'd look at me and I may just not be speaking at all, or I'll be looking off into the distance and not paying any attention at all. It's like a default sort of, I mean, the way I think of it is like a self-defense mechanism, right? That your body puts yourself into. And that's something I experience a lot. And I do touch over it more and in a much more concise way in this video I've got coming out very soon on the main channel. But like, I don't go into as detailed as what I'm going into now with this specific topic, because it's something that, it's not like a part of my life I'm particularly happy about. It interferes with my day-to-day activities, and it's something that I do need to get that sort of help for. And it's why I'm trying to be more open and upload more and have more personality and authentic moments in these videos, and in the main channel especially as well, is because a lot of my anxiety comes from that there'll be so much going on behind the scenes that you guys will just never know about, and I want to I want to be a bit more truthful and have you guys know a bit more of the situation, because I think that's really important. And I think that takes a lot of weight off my shoulders, knowing that maybe there's a higher level of understanding there on both ends. I don't know. Oh my God, I can tell I don't sound anywhere near as excited talking about this as my other videos. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something it's not something I want to or am going to talk much more on. Like right now, at least. I've got holiday soon, which I'm on at the time of this being uploaded. Hopefully that takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. But I thought this question would be a good time to bring this all up, because it's something I want to bring up and be more open about. For those that watch these videos, you guys are very likely, the most dedicated of my audience if you're seeking out this secondary content. And I'm happy to kind of say this and tell you guys about this, because I want, if I'm gone for, if I don't upload for a month or something, I want you to know why that may be, and that it's not just me giving up on, the channel or anything, but sometimes I definitely need some time to myself. So look, we've got one more episode of these left. Then after that, I'm back. I'll be back working on videos in the background. Yeah, I've got a pretty like cool little topic to talk about next time. Well, maybe not super cool. It's going to be pretty brief. It's going to kind of close this whole thing off. Hopefully put us in a bit more of a cheery mood than this. But I will say, I absolutely love doing YouTube, and I couldn't wish it anyway. Just because I have some issues that come alongside it, don't mean that the pros still don't outweigh the cons for me. But it is definitely something that needs to be factored in when making these videos. So yeah, I'll see you in the last one of these episodes. It's either out tomorrow or it's out as you're watching this. Yeah, there's no difference. It's probably out right now. So go watch it now. Watch it now.